this. The last remaining quarterfinal. Who will complete these three gods in Lawlight, Infi, and Moon? It's either the Chinese TH, the two-time WGL winner still on the mission to win it for the third time, or the Korean FoCuS, who once again makes it into playoffs and once again aiming for his very first title in his 16-year career. But if you ask me, Remo, it's one of these moments where we think, okay, FoCuS, you had a pretty good tournament so far, but here's your roadblock. This obstacle is going to be too high for you. Just like DreamHack Anaheim in the final against Moon.
That is what it seems like. Yes. That is what it should end up being. On paper, this looks pretty one-sided, but I come back to Lawlight. If you ask most people from the community, they would have said Lin would win this rather clearly. And Lawlight surprised us all. Lin perhaps having a bit of an off day as well. There is a chance for FoCuS. I have trust in the man. He's now the only ORC representative. But the problem is TH is also looking in good shape. But I don't think this has to be so one-sided.
Okay. I would be very surprised. But I was surprised by FoCuS with his performance against Infi already. First game was a little bit of a gift, but he took that gift and just used it in the best way possible. Game 3, in my opinion, kind of a throw. So if he stops that mistakes and if TH gives him one opening, FoCuS could start to snowball once again. But against Xlord, he looked very tough, very good, very and not making any big mistakes. And then against Fly, just more solid. That's the thing about FoCuS. Like, he's so solid.
Yeah. But this is a long series, a best of 3, where I wouldn't be surprised to see something unusual out of FoCuS. Out of TH, excuse me.
Yeah.
Out of TH. How good is FoCuS going to be at adjusting on the fly against some off-meta stuff?
Indeed. TH versus ORC this year is insane. 7-1. The one loss was the WGTL Grand Final versus Lin, where it was a best of 1. So no big series lost against ORC this year. That's insane. FoCuS versus Human is 10-16. Currently on a 0-6 streak. That's not too confident. They met twice, one time in the WGL Team League final in January, where TH won, and also in the Yule Cup, where TH took it 2-0. So not a single map against TH this year.
Yeah, was hard for many people to achieve. TH and Infi, still the best humans in the world. And you said, didn't you, before the tournament, that you expect TH to be the much stronger one. Do you still hold to that statement?
I mean, TH is the only player not dropping a single map going into the quarterfinals, right? That's a statement, isn't it?
True, but Infi made it into the semis, dropping only one map.
Okay, we'll see. I think it's hard to say, like, with his matchup being so good for TH, I can see him dominate here to go for another 3-0. And then he's up against Moon, and we heard from Lawlight over and over how much they practice together. So he should be very set for Night Elf as well. I think TH is super scary, not taking anything away from Infi, because that performance here today was insane. But it was also with a ping advantage, and he used that to his advantage for sure. But they are both on the S tier level. It doesn't get much better than what they show us here.
So we have the maps, picks and bans here. Twisted and Terranos removed. That is very standard. And TH with LR and Concealed. FoCuS with AZ and Northern Isles. And our starting map will be Echo, which is the one weird map in this matchup where expansions are certainly a thing. Looking forward to this best of 5. I also could totally see a 3-0 here by TH if he just enters God mode again. But I hope FoCuS is playing his best. I hope FoCuS can bring us a close series here. like he did against Infi.
Okay, FoCuS always with the same facial expression. This will not change too much. We've seen a couple of emotions from him throughout the tournament, mostly throwing his head back. TH, he seemed to be comfortable, confident, I would say. And he can be. 4-0 so far against Chimiko, new timings and absolute destruction on this very map. And against Foggy, he weathered the storms and took it from there. This is semifinal, this is quarterfinal number 4. This is David versus Goliath, kind of. TH on the way to the 3rd victory. FoCuS, is this finally his tournament in the online gold edition? We've mentioned this throughout the tournament. Everyone is playing like 10% better in online competition. FoCuS 25%. So this is his setting. Can he capitalize on it?
He will need to. He will need to play his best here to have a chance against TH if he shows up in shape, which we have no reason to believe he won't.
Yeah. Historically, this matchup is 7-32. TH, of course, he's the big favorite. The streak is 0-7. FoCuS has no positive stats against anyone but Foggy, and Foggy is out. FoCuS is the second underdog next to Foggy in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
According to all numbers, this is a very one-sided affair, but can FoCuS bring a fight? That's the big question here.
Starting off with a Farseer, of course. In this matchup, Blade Master has long been relegated to the bench. Farseer and TC, much better with many different variants. This variant here will see a very fast tech. Pretty much the fastest we have in the competitive circle, with the tech starting before the heroes are even out. Peon Scout early towards the Merc camp with the intention to perhaps steal the Shadow Priest away. That will be pretty cool. FoCuS has the resources. Oh, wow. And that means TH can't go for the Merc. If FoCuS then steals the Shadow Priest, dispels the Water Elementals, then the whole creep fails. So, nice early game build by FoCuS, but he kind of has the wrong read with the Farseer still going down south. TH just went for the green camp and adjusts to what his opponent is doing early.
Yeah, that's one of his biggest strengths. Realizing this super quickly. What's going on? What's the best here? Maybe my game plan doesn't work out the way I envisioned it going into this map, loading into this map, but he has plan B, C, D, E prepared.
That's a 4th farm. That looks a lot like a tech. An expansion, excuse me.
Okay, against the Farseer fast build. Yeah, we've seen this. And maybe you can't even expect this from TH. If you know them inside out the way FoCuS does. Then the question is, what is FoCuS's response? Rush tier 3 Tiny Great Hall, Rush Air, Rush Raiders. There's a lot of opportunities, lots of options to do.
Against Infi in that game on Northern Isles, FoCuS showed how strong Mass Raider with Shadowhunter can be for the super map control in the mid game, and then transitioning later into tier 3 counter expansion. Big last hits here. How much damage can FoCuS do? He kind of woke up the Murlocs. That didn't do that much. The Wolves are trying to put more pressure on. But last hit to the AM. That's level 2. And finally the Aura. Some peasants will be going down here. But all the experience goes to the Archmage. Farseer still with barely anything.
Not bad at all. Wolves don't get dispelled or killed. Good creep by TH, for sure. FoCuS now has to reset. He is on tier 2. What? Dark Ranger!
Oh, is that the Dark Ranger Mass Wyvern build? Oh, dude, that's a long time ago since I saw that.
FoCuS always has special strats. He oftentimes tried to push with Naga second to close out games. Against human, why not Dark Ranger? With skeletons, he's preparing a little. There's the first bestiary. The Observer's looking for the second one as well. Wolves are preparing, as I said, for skeletons, but I think the Dark Ranger is too far away. it's a big commitment, and it doesn't play out the way FoCuS would love it to be, because ideally you want to have like 3-4 skeletons now.
It's a lot of peasants going down. It's a severe delay of the expansion.
Dark Ranger though, 40 HP.
Arcane at least finishes.
It's only one beastry, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Man, this expo is still not finished. Ooh, the DR, she might be dead. TP transfer.
Okay.
That's time now for the AM to creep. He should be able to easily get to 3 now. But man, this expo is late. Fast lumber mill. Yeah, TH is expecting Wyvern.
Yeah. And rightfully so, I think. Raiders!
All
wow!
right.
That
Okay.
was his play versus Infi. The Raider ambushes, the building kills. He played that perfectly. I've rarely seen this work so well against a player of Infi.
But he also did it really well, like using pillage, attacking the buildings, fighting against the towers with heal wave.
Yes.
He doesn't have heal wave this time. He has black arrow and silence. And silence has like no effect here.
Could go for life drain.
Maybe. He's coming in here with the next bit of pressure. But TH used his time creeping the Merc. Now he has Berserker and Troll.
Yeah, this is just summons at the moment, and of course High Priest is doing well. But there's a lot of kills possible for FoCuS maybe. One Footman goes down already. Second one gets sent into a meat grinder and snare use. Second skeleton.
Maybe TH has to call Militia here. It's kind of scary, but then bringing Militia into a Dark Ranger also a little scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Problem is, what's up when there's breakers?
Also, it's gonna be daytime soon, and then we have Mud Golem and Mauler available from the Merc camp. Is that what TH is waiting for?
Dude, by the way, how good is silence against MK?
If you have Dispel, not that good, but we'll see if he has it.
True. And Snare on the Archmage, more pressure on the first hero, has to be careful with the Raider. And Snare flying again, man, lots of attention to this first hero. While everything else is healing up, but he forces the TP as well. To the Expo, where there's a Grunt. This one will be falling, but he got 2 killed probably. Yep.
This AM, by the way, he could be getting Ensnare focused again. Yep, there's one. Second Ensnare, right there. Uh-oh.
No way, no way. He's healing a little bit. Oh, that's safe. The Raiders can still attack the Dark Ranger from their perfect position. Level 2 and TH's first hero falls. This is the first map he's going to lose throughout the tournament.
No heroes left. He needs to get to the tavern. He needs to
Grunts.
tavern revive this AM instantly.
Does he have the resources? I'm not sure.
Again, focus with the Raiders, man.
This looks so strong. No mana on the Dark Ranger anymore. All the Black Arrow used already. Maybe he needs to heal up. I would love to see a shop on the left-hand side. Archmage back, Tavern, you were right. It was expensive.
Yeah. I think TH fell a little bit too early. If he had waited a little bit longer, he could have gone for the Muddy Mauler reinforcements. Especially Mud Golem against Raiders. It's a giant help. Here they come.
Oh, FoCuS, take care. Everything's so hard. Okay, what now? Does he have... Yeah, backpack. Love it.
Oh, finally somebody's doing it.
He did it before, didn't he?
Oh, really? Then I don't remember.
Oh, I think it was against Infi, but you could be right. I think he did. But yeah, really, really well done.
Focus creeping the middle. He definitely needs heal scrolls.
Yeah. And time. But time is also great for TH. He needs the tech, he needs the second hero, he needs his breakers. So far it's only Footman and Mercs.
Oh, tier 2 basically done. What's the second hero? MK is always good.
Yeah. Blacksmith?
It's a lot of raiders.
But they're all very hurt. Double heal scroll though. How early does he have to pop them? It is silenced, by the way. Chain Lightning is available as well, but there's no solution to the summons yet. So all the mana will go to these spells. One raider falling, but FoCuS seems to be getting more and more kills here. If now we can turn them into skeletons, that would be amazing.
He doesn't get too many yet. A few of these raiders are very hurt. The elementals doing a great job.
Yeah, well, that's the last two, right? That's the downside of this, of course. FoCuS doesn't have to spell. He has to overwhelm with his own summons. Wow, man, these raiders circle pits there. And snare attention. He's taking out so many units.
Militia are finally coming in, but it's not that many. One peasant being sent to the merc camp. TH wants to buy everything that they have. But he doesn't have much lumber. He can't go for all of them.
No transition for FoCuS at all. And this is the Dark Ranger snowball starting now. These militia, man, they don't do anything. How long can TH hold? Needs to stall more time. FoCuS just raiders, no transition.
Easy kills. 3 end snares, 3 kills.
Blood Mage.
Blood Mage?
Siphon and Flame Strike?
What?
I think it's my guess.
Maybe he's gonna banish to get out of end snare.
Oh, banish first. Haha, my call, great.
Okay, but he can only do that like 3-4 times. And also... Okay. Well, he's saving the rifle, but it's level 4 now on the Farseer.
And the Blood Mage is surrounded. Oh, he opens it up thanks to the banish, but the Archmage has no TP. He's banishing himself to not get any physical damage, but FoCuS closing the surround once again. How often can he save this Archmage? Dark Ranger in a little bit of trouble as well, but easy to move out. That Archmage dies for the second time. FoCuS, what an opening. That's a double kill right here.
Getting more and more kills. Crazy amounts of experience here for FoCuS. He's
Wow.
also level 5, isn't he? Kind of.
Archmage is level 5. Dark Ranger 4-6, 4-4. My god, what a game. And this army, like 2 heal scrolls used, but everything is kind of green.
And there's no way you can repair against that damage, right?
No, I don't think so. You might lose a raider or two. Look at these volleys, count volleys, I don't know. There's no way to repair. And he uses the chain lightning on the repairing workers, moving to the other side to get the skeleton snowball starting. This is so wonderfully executed. I'm stunned.
And more skeletons, more kills towards these peasants. TH has no lumber. There's no way he can expand again for a long time.
Yeah. What can he do? Like all in? With what? 36 supply? That's a ridiculous army.
Yeah, he has like nothing right now. If somehow TH is left alone for the next 4 minutes and he can get up to 70 supply rifle caster, that's very good against raiders. But FoCuS is too aggressive. He's looking for more kills. And this creepjack might be triggering the GG.
Damn it. There's just too many nets. They're everywhere.
Militia called again, trying to save TH somehow. The water elements are very strong. The militia are also helping out. The Blood Mage can remove some ensnares, but level 5 on the Dark Ranger.
Level close to 2. He just wants this Archmage gone. Banished though. Doesn't keep the surround closed. Siphon now on the Dark Ranger. But yeah, it's just the physical damage of the Raiders. No way to save it anymore. Level 5 on the Farseer. Militia do good job, man. FoCuS down to 37. This is probably the best fight that FoCuS had so far. Thanks to the Water Elementals, mostly, I guess.
But more ensnares, this time towards the Blood Mage. Nice Siphon. He's got a shop there. He's getting healed by a priest. It's bonus healing.
Yeah. But this
No
is
way, TH.
also bonus kills, man. Nah. 28 supply, and there's way more to fall. Mana is really an issue for FoCuS.
Those level 3 skeletons also.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And if he's 5.6 with the Dark Ranger.
He's just been farming human units non-stop.
Yeah, Blood Mage, it's time to die, my friend. Priest falling, so many skeletons, the army of the dead. Using the undead against human is a very good tactical choice, FoCuS.
He does survive. Somehow. Very, very unique state we're in here.
He needs mana regen.
Dude, this Blood Mage, he's level 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have so much mana to pump into the AM for endless water elementals.
Mm-hmm.
But FoCuS trying to transition now into walkers. Wants the Spirit Link, wants the Dispel.
Kodo as well coming.
Can also Dispel Banish.
Oh yeah, that's sweet. No tech.
Shouldn't have FoCuS just gone tier 3 and thrown down a Tiny?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you give the human some time, maybe he can start coming back. On one base, it's kind of hard, though. But this has been, again, a story of the tournament. Don't brute force yourself into a win. This doesn't work. TH once again adjusting his posture, his glasses. Let's reset a little.
He's of course still ultra far behind. Against 5/5 heroes, 33 supply only. Sees FoCuS in the bottom left and like not... Where do you even go now as TH? You don't have a TP and you can't afford a TP because you need army. And there's no creeps anywhere in the vicinity of your main.
Leaves the skeleton behind to see where TH is going. Yeah, no sign of another town hall at all. 20 supply lead. FoCuS wants to find him. FoCuS wants to brawl again.
57 supply. He's really strong. Water Elementals, the only way that TH has any chance. Endless Water Elementals.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dispel is coming. Against level 3 Water Elementals, you need a lot of Dispel. I don't think you can do that. Shop is gone, no breakers. Barracks... Oh, almost Barracks gone. Wolves level 2, Chain Lightning level 3. Oh, that hurts against the human army. And the End Snares are flying. This silence actually kind of nice. Feels like the Dark Ranger focus fire is a little off, so it's not too many skeletons, but it's starting now.
Banish, Siphon. Okay, getting rid of the mana there, but the End Snares also cancel it. Blood Mage in trouble. Banish again. Water Elemental's getting dispelled here partly. Blood Mage is trying to do his best. Here comes the next Siphon. But again, he's low HP. He's getting focused now, and this might be his end. If he banishes, he's just gonna get zapped, I imagine. Boom! Waiting for it. And that is the GG and the 1-0 for FoCuS.
TH loses the first map of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, and FoCuS is officially on fire. 1-0 against the 3X. No one expected this, really. What a play, and I think... what we can take away from here is don't expand against FoCuS.
Yeah. I think so too. This Raider control, this Raider map, suffocation, is just too good. There's just nothing you can do. Your units get ensnared over and over. You lose them one after the next. The enemy hero levels get crazy. And your expansion at some point gets killed by all that siege damage.
Yeah. FoCuS finds a timing with mass raiders. That's this thing like... many tried, but many people failed as well. It looked like it's not enough. But apparently it is. So, highlights of the game right here. This Dark Ranger TP. Again, also the backpack was really important. Without the backpack, this doesn't work. We've seen a lot of proxy shops by orcs. But this does take time. And with this backpack, you can always go for items and send them in. That's really nice.
I wonder if he doesn't lose the AM the first time he does, if he TPs perhaps more passively to the main. Can that look different? I don't know, man. This Raider style just looks good. Raiders Dark Ranger actually looking good. Of course, specifically against this fast expo. In a normal one base game, this is absolutely not gonna work.
No. Okay. What does TH have in him here in this matchup? Very, very, very rare that he loses any maps to ORC. But yeah, first map in 2020 that FoCuS wins against TH. Do you remember the maps, Remo? We will see them in a second, I guess, but do you know them from the top of your head?
Yeah, it's Concealed and LR for TH. Concealed nowadays seems to be a decent AM creep map if you have a good early game creep route planned, which I imagine he does. Also, Infi showed this amazing mid-game creep route where he keeps on pressuring with the AM, waiting for the MK to come out, falls back to meet up with the MK, and then snipes the red camp right away with Militia. The games that Infi showed against Fly and FoCuS, especially against Fly, were just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, FoCuS gotta be ready. TH gotta be ready. This is... Damn, this is day 6 of the tournament, and for 6 days I underestimated FoCuS. I think this is the game where everything changes, for me at least. Damn, he seems so prepared.
Yeah, this would be quite the upset. FoCuS, this would be a great success for him as well. Top 4, he has only reached one single time, right? In the Gold Series.
That's true. It's quite some time ago, man. That was winter of 17. Was actually eliminated by TH in the semifinals with a 2-3, so it was really close there as well. The following year, TH eliminated him again in the group stage that time. So yeah, there is a little bit of history between the two when it comes to Gold Leagues. It's 3-0 for TH. But yeah, FoCuS could change that.
FoCuS, the workhorse of the scene. We see the map now. What's it gonna be? Concealed Hill. All right. There is this wild human strategy as well on this map. If you get to level 3 AM early, sometimes we see a rush tier 3 and Griffins. But it seems like now, in this kind of series, we're already down one map. That would be a big risk.
Yeah, I definitely agree. As you say, workhorse, FoCuS has this year 87 recorded games. That's the second highest, only next to Foggy. TH 42. So FoCuS played pretty much like twice the amount of games in tournaments than TH did. So yeah, you're absolutely right. We see these two players again. TH, how to recover from this? Last time in the Gold League, he was eliminated by Happy. Before that, he was eliminated by Happy. It seemed like only the undeads can break him, but FoCuS is on a good way.
Off to a good start, certainly. We go into map 2, Concealed Hill. What do we see here this time? Farseer, AM, that much we know. But what's the creep route gonna be? What's the expo timing gonna be? And by that, I mean the Orc expansion, because human on this map certainly can't fast expand, right?
They shouldn't. But maybe that's why you do it. Because it won't be expected, and TH found a way to creep this relatively safe.
That would be crazy though. Creeping with level 1 AM, the bottom right with 5 peasants first. I think that just ends up to everything getting poisoned and killed.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes humans here go for a lab creep pull. Pulling out the rock golem, creeping it fast for a quick level 2. Farseer harass, of course, will be coming in, but sometimes it's not that painful. And FoCuS is again skipping the barracks, delaying the grunts. And gonna be going through large parts of this early game only with his Farseer.
That was to be expected. I guess early tower by TH. Does respect the Farseer.
And very far forward tower.
Yeah, also very far to the left.
Yeah, it doesn't even protect the lumber peasants on the right. Fast tech once again. Okay, it is the lab pool. Okay, this is the more ambitious creep route. Aiming to get a nice jump start in experience. And possibly a great item. Big mana potion, big invul potion. The ones you would love to have. Even the healing is really good. Throw the beast. Definitely the worst.
Can still be good in the hands of THMP Fortitude to go for an early push, maybe? Towards burrows or something? It is level 2. It is the big invul.
Later for the MK, for the big fights. It's gonna be very useful. Not too many peasants died yet. But this arcane position, man. One peasant going down here. First bit of experience for the farce here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the lumber peasants are on the bottom right-hand side, and the arcane is not attacking.
I mean, he could put the lumber peasant on the left.
Yeah.
I guess that would be a little less efficient.
FoCuS sharking around.
This tech for TH is gonna be late.
It is already, isn't it?
Nah, it's gonna be really late. But if he gets level 3 on the AM, he can make up for that late tech speed with good pressure early on tier 2, buying time for himself.
FoCuS, I guess, once again the super fast tech. Summons the wolves again, not giving any experience over. FoCuS got it.
I know he had that experience on the peasant.
Okay.
Goes to TH, plays around it well. Is that a... Yeah, that's almost a 2-minute tech lead. Wow, that's quite big. Is the intention with this arcane so you can kind of cover that creep camp up there against wolves? Maybe it is. That's kind of cool.
Archmage gets this as well. And now he's close to 3. Yeah. In the end, FoCuS didn't get much done, but here we have a standard build with a TC. Now with the sharp... Man, he was saving long for this. And Shaman.
FoCuS doing a good job spreading damage on these footies as well. That means that diving into the back of the base isn't too easy with these footmen. Because in that case, Stomp plus FoCuS would take him out quite quickly. Now usually would be the time to call the militia to the green. I did that already. Ah, okay. That's how he got that much experience, I see. Needs one more creep for the level 3 AM. Would love to get that wolf.
Resummoned. Ooh, almost a surround on the ground. TH is definitely challenging FoCuS more than on Aquals.
Creeps woken up. Footies were healing at the fountain. And again, oh, the wolf! Oh, that's it! Okay. That is an important slip by FoCuS.
Yeah, I think he wasn't looking. I think he was busy with the TC.
Yeah.
Goes Aura first, and yeah, that's the tiny little moment where TH punishes your mistake.
And now the AM has to put on pressure, slow down the TC, buy time for his own MK. Who's going to be coming out soonish? Question is, what army is TH going to build? Is it going to be, as always, breakers, or do we finally see the rifles return? It seems like I haven't seen them in this matchup in really long, basically since the nerf.
But no Blacksmith here, just going casters. TH maybe a little influenced by Infi, and now we go for the burrows. The repair seems a little late. Gets rid of one of the water elementals, and now we can use the Stomp. It's still very close. Here's the Stomp. It immediately closes the surround super quick, but there's a big invul, and that's the damage up time, and that's the burrow cancelled. Great reactions by both.
It's going to be expensive, though. There's going to be big invul and TP used here.
Yeah, hold position. What a great command, isn't it?
Oh, the stomp.
That was close.
There was a little window right there where he could have stomped.
Okay. Levels definitely in favor of TH. Tech definitely in favor of FoCuS. Mountain King out now. Needs time. Needs creeping.
Already second tower coming by TH. Is he expecting Wyvern harass?
FoCuS is one of the players that used the most Wyvern to harass. So against him, I think you can always, or should always, expect it. And I haven't seen it in a longer-ish time.
Compared this game, though, to the game against Infi, this looks looking much better. The TC's level 3 already.
Pendant
He
of
opened up
energy.
the natural. MK's level 1.
The thing is, how fast can you get the Shaman out? You want them on the map, you want to gather mana, now he was supply stuck.
FoCuS looking for a fight. Or he could just creep the enemy lab away. That's also very valuable. But no, he wants to fight. He knows if TH isn't at the lab, he must be at the natural.
Yeah. 1.5 level lead on the second hero. That can be a game changer here. Or game deciding factor. Speed scroll. Stormbolt against it though. Nicely done. Nicely playing around it. But it's time for some damage. Not
Could have
really.
stomped
Sending
and
all the
killed.
militia away.
Could have killed them all with a stomp, couldn't
Yeah,
he?
I
With the
agree.
militia.
Here's the Stomp. Going for the army rather. Good control by TH, by the way. Constantly disabling the TC.
Oh wow, they actually get away. Farseer. Stutter stepping.
Blocking himself a little. That could have been way worse.
Gets access to the shop now. Peon is trying to make an expansion in the north, but I think there's a Peon up, footy up there scouting. Yeah.
Good one. Looks like TH is finding his way into the series now.
Still not an easy game for him though. There's a lot of pressure on him. There's the strong TC staring him down, now creeping camps away
Love it.
from his own side.
Not willing to go for the crab. That's good experience, you. Take it. But we're gathering this 50 supply army. There is Clap now. He got items. He can't be too brave, obviously.
TH's army is so small, dude. He's a single breaker only, made for the Kodo stomach.
And he's the one engaging. How different, by the way, right? The timing of the sorceress compared to the one Infi plays. This is possibly mass murder. Footman falling, casters falling, sorceress falling, priest falling.
Militia coming in. Can they turn the tide?
Well,
they
they-
need the stomp and lightning shield, or chain lightning rather, and they're all dead.
AoE destroys, but not for the human. Rather on the orc side, but TH is fighting back, getting a shaman, getting a grunt.
But way better trade for FoCuS here, it seems. MK still not level 3. AM
Nice.
not quite level 4 yet.
The purges, he wants to get rid of these sorcerers. Oh, snacks the water elemental. That's a big one if he survives. There's of course no healing. Huge stomp, and FoCuS is just ignoring the heroes, goes for the casters. And so much attention thrown to this Kodo, and in the end it just survives while the TC is taking out unit after unit.
With the aura, the orc army here is fast, chasing after these casters, the squishy part in the backline. Stomp, another kill. Now TPing out before the slow trap punishes him too hard. Shaman survives, and FoCuS now almost has an expansion. Right?
Exactly. 60%. Close to 50 supply. Can heal up. Can mana regen now. Found a great moment to get out. TH, you need level 3 MK desperately. That timing of the fight was wonderful. Taking out the casters before they have mass cast and before they have too many spells. Fighting before level 2 Clap. Having the Kodos to take over Water Elemental or to eat Water Elemental. To make use of that aura. And to buy time for this expansion. I really like that.
What's the big item? Khadgar's pipe. Well, he has that already.
Unfortunate. Well, at the moment it's better than the one he has, right? But this is level 4, so it doesn't matter.
Big levels. MK3, AM4.
This is cool because FoCuS, this is not a tricky game or something. This is not completely off meta. It's almost straight up. And TH is having problems with this. I am... Like, this is the TH that broke Lin's undefeated streak versus Human. Like, what? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. TH not looking flawless this game. I think this push into the main was really a mistake. That allowed the TC to just freely creep up the expansion. Thinking back to Infi's game, he always had perfect map positioning, and with that always threatened an attack and kept the Orc expansion from coming up for so long.
He's expanding on the high ground, dude.
That's also what Infi did, and what FoCuS didn't scout for a long time.
Yeah, but did he do that on 40 supply?
Yeah, no he didn't.
And FoCuS should have learned from this.
Oh, FoCuS really strong already. 58. There's free healing at the fountain over there as well. Invis MK though could land some beautiful claps like that one. And the rest of the army is coming in as well. Purge on the MK. Stomped as well, taking lots of damage. But it's invitation for the next clap. Crazy damage. There is heal scroll still. 2 on the Orc side.
Using a lot of purges on this Mountain King to slow him down, tried to block him again. Didn't work. The Kodo devours. Nicely dodged, by the way. But more and more focus fire on this MK. Invo potion trigger. There's the heal scroll as well, but then that's it. And Snares flying to keep the breakers at bay. And this snack goes off. How many did he get? Just the one, or was it more?
I think it's only 1. And TH's expansion is standing. Is FoCuS the second time this tournament not looking for that expo? Or does he already expect it?
You can't be fooled twice like that. No. He knows. Maybe that's why he went for Raiders now. They're always a good addition, but if you have an expansion against you, they're even more wonderful. And he's mining from 2 bases. He doesn't even necessarily have to take this one out. MK get invis. Wow, that was a counter. Lightning fast. And again, an input on the Mountain King.
Next clap comes out. Both strength heroes here out of mana. No more storm. No more clap. Chain lightning comes in for decent damage from the back. Now TH could really use some militia, but they created the expansion before. He can't call them anymore. In fact, he has 0 lumber.
Wow.
TH.
That's crazy. How long can FoCuS stay in this before the clap takes over? TH will probably go for the shop right away. Still has a heal scroll. This time the Kodo's got like 2 munchies. Oh, and the hero grunt taking out the peasants. Dude, this is a great game for FoCuS.
73 supply. Jesus.
Yeah. Witch Doctor with a lot of wards as well.
FoCuS falling back, getting more mana. TC's getting closer to 5.
Okay, good pickups for TH, but that's a lot of his mana. Has a potion, okay.
No transition here for FoCuS. No tier 3, just tier 2 mass. Oh wow, TH creeping the fountain. He has a TP though. Okay, on the MK to get out if he needs.
There's a ward, right? I think just barely below the sheep. Yeah, FoCuS knows there was a ward. Oh, not good, man. But there's no invis TC. There is a TP. This is calculatable for TH. Chain lightning, nice steal. And TP out. This could have been way worse once again.
I'm kind of surprised FoCuS was so hesitant to go in there.
Yeah.
Runs for harassing. One gonna go down right away. MK almost level 4. Still some mana to use. Crazy good mana items. But
Okay.
no invul for TH. That's the scary part.
Yeah, and focus fire on the MK worked really well so far. Stomp again. Oh. Is this hero focus on the MK the right thing to do? We'll see about that. Speed scroll. Oh boy, does he want this fight now?
Going in with everything. TC still lots of stomps to use. Is he going to go for the heroes or what's the target? He's fighting quite a few priests. So hard for TH to bring his reinforcements to his army. They're just getting intercepted easily. 20 supply lead for the Orc player. Another clap comes in. But the MK's out of mana for now. And the TC's only a few kills away from the level 5. MK getting surrounded. He's ensnared. He's in trouble. No invul for him. Focus fire with the storm. That must be the kill. Mountain King. Heal scroll. Everything tried to keep him alive, but he does go down. Level 5 for both AM and MK.
Wow.
TC that is. TC also still has the mana potion.
TH fighting constantly with 20 supply deficit. Never paying upkeep, but that hero kill could seal the deal. FoCuS in full control, playing this so well.
Finally, the Orc army is on their side of the map, so TH can reinforce from the main without everything getting caught.
Level 5 Archmage, level 3 Brilliance Aura. Mountain King back, but TC level 5 keeps the invuls, has perfect vision. I'm tempted to say I don't know how FoCuS loses this, but it's TH, so there's always a possibility.
He's getting good items now. Clarity, Invul, Mana Pot. MK is going to be quite scary here once again. But so is the TC, certainly.
Did you count how many raiders there are? Because Blizzard could be really good.
I think it's like 2, 3. Yeah, 3 raiders.
Plus the storm, that's quite some disable. It's so fascinating how TH and MP, how differently they approached this matchup. And where their strength and weaknesses lie. Like, Infi would dodge almost every other munch. TH started nicely, but now a lot of stuff gets eaten.
And here once again, Purge is coming in, the squishy caster's getting caught in the back. Clap doing decent damage, but just waiting for the big stomp. Hits the MK mostly. Focus on the Mountain King is heavy, but he's gonna go fall back here with another clap. And an Invul Potion as well. Invul on both melee heroes.
Big stomp makes it harder to retreat. Clap as well. Are there heal scrolls left? Yes, they are. TC in trouble though, getting FoCuS fired a lot. Heal scroll, stomp to save him. Speed scroll out now. Oh, maybe the Mountain King is falling again. There is a ward. Getting purged. Getting ensnared. He didn't calculate the ward in. TC in trouble. MK in trouble. Zap comes in, and that is the... Oh, the priest shot. No way. Double kill on the second heroes.
Priest got the kill. What the hell? When does that ever happen? But the Orc army is still so big. Rehires the TC from the tavern right away. And now going for the AM. There's nothing to protect this AM. Well, outside of Invis, I guess.
33 supply lead. TC's back.
MK's also back.
Okay, but no mana. He has a zombie mask. He has the Brilliance Aura. But this will still take some time.
There's not enough damage output for TH anymore. Water Elemental is kind of the only thing, but they can still get purged or just right click down. Like here.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable plays by FoCuS. 32 supply lead now. Getting kinda close-ish to level 6. Will Mass Teleport do a lot? I'm not even sure. Probably.
Doesn't seem like TH can ever afford to go out on the map. He just has to hold on and defend his expansion. But, dude, he's still alive. He's still holding on. But he's also down by 33 supply.
He's never paying upkeep. So he does have more gold than FoCuS does. I guess, yeah, FoCuS, shop control, heal scrolls. That must be the play.
Back up the high ground we go? Question mark.
Calm before the storm for sure. Invul mana potion close to 6 TC. Invul on the Mountain King as well, but no mana potion. Oh, took over the ward. So no vision anymore. Lots of wards for TH now.
Again, FoCuS going for the reinforcements. Very, very smart. Militia called. The mains have expired. These are the gold peasants.
Okay, that's level 6. That's easy fodder for this orc army. Not seeing the need to use any spells. Saving the mana. Okay, clap. Close to level 6 is TH. Will that save him? The TC is not nukeable at all. Breakers are falling. Breaker numbers are rising, but again the Mountain King a little bit too far forward. TC interrupts him, storms him. Cast is falling everywhere.
And the claps aren't the overwhelming damage. Most of this orc army is still healthy. There's still 2 heal scrolls for FoCuS. Looking to close this game out. Going for the AM now with the ensnare, with the stomp. A million uphills. Misses. But the AM still goes down, and that might be the end. Invul, he tried to transfer it. Didn't quite get it over. That's it. GG. And 2-0 FoCuS.
Big disappointment in TH's face, and rightfully so. This was his map to take. The underdog takes the 2-0 lead on Concealed. This is a big surprise, and it's not even the Ultra Cheese on map 2.
Yeah. Everyone thought TH was going to smash FoCuS, but there's a surprise, guys.
Yeah.
In this Saturday, in these quarterfinals, Lin and TH both are not having a good day. They're both having a rather weak day. That ended earlier with Lin getting eliminated. Is that happening also to TH?
Wow. I never expected this. Okay, let's dig up the odds on Warcraft 3.info. What did the community say betting on this? Okay, it's like a 1 to 4.5 bet. Not bad. I thought this would be higher.
Still pretty high. Those guys betting on FoCuS would make a lot of coins.
Spooky. And Mr. Out of Warcraft as well.
Level 3 TC acquired so early. FoCuS played that strength out very well against the only level 1 Mountain King. And I really think this base dive was a big mistake by TH. With that, he was forced to TP back. He gave up the top side of the map for the TC to just freely creep. Whereas Infi played it way different. More aggressive on level 2, keep on pressuring, slow down the TC, don't overextend, then fall back, creep the red, keep on threatening the map. And yeah, TH, just a little, I don't know what adjective to call it, but it wasn't on point.
Yeah, it feels a little uninspired as well. If you see this matchup in the hands of Infi, it looks absolutely unbeatable. We saw that against Fly. But if you look at TH, he definitely looks beatable. And pretty much throughout the entire game. He gives openings to FoCuS, he gives time to FoCuS. And FoCuS punishes this so hard every single time.
Yeah.
How big do you think the smile on Moon's face is right now? Waiting for his opponent.
True.
When it's not TH, but FoCuS
True.
in the orc matchup. Like, oh, it's gonna be some nice breakfast, boys.
Yeah, Moon certainly has one very clear player he would prefer to face, and that would be FoCuS. Many of us remember the game at DreamHack Anaheim, the best of 5, which Moon just completely destroyed. Against TH, it would probably be pretty hard, but against FoCuS, he would be the big favorite. But the series is not over yet.
No. If we learn something from Moon vs 120, then don't count a player out ever. There's always comeback mechanisms. And if you lose one map, then It can all spiral out of control. You lose confidence, your opponent gains momentum. Here we go.
Last refuge.
Dude,
Our next map.
3 match points in a row for the Korean. Is it the next semi-final after DreamHack Anaheim? Crazy. Also in next spring, he made it into the semis. Was then defeated by Lin. These tier 1 tournaments, man, they seem to suit FoCuS a little better this year.
Yeah, FoCuS, the guy who nobody was concerned with. Nobody had on their radar. In Group C, everybody was talking, of course, about Infi, but also about X-Lord. You know, how is the Crypt Lord gonna be? And then about Fly. Is he gonna regain his shape from earlier in the year? In FoCuS, everyone was like, yeah, FoCuS, you know, he's okay. He plays a lot. He's decent. But him kicking out TH, and that possibly 3-0. What a statement that would be.
X under pressure. Needs 3 wins in a row. But he can do it. He got the champion mentality. Even though it's been some time. No big win this year. Lots of second places. Yule Cup, WGTL, WGL Grand Final, the team events. But eliminated in the quarterfinal. That never happened. In the Gold League to TH.
Let's see if it does here. But FoCuS still has some work to do. A lot of work. In the bottom left. FoCuS spawning in the blue. TH top right in the red. Looking to turn it all around now. This map is also quite good for expanding compared to most others. But yeah, as we said against FoCuS, that's probably not what you want to do. Yeah. FoCuS knows exactly how to play against this fast Expo. Looking so strong.
Little blast from the past in GCS Winter 2017 when they met each other in the semifinals. FoCuS had match points as well. He had a 2-1 lead and then he blew it. But 2-1 is a lot different than 2-0. Hopefully he's not getting too afraid of winning. This sounds so weird. Does it happen to FoCuS anymore after such a long time? 15.5 years of being a Warcraft pro.
Going out with a Peon Scout once again. This is intended to steal the Shadow Priest away in case of a Merc Camp pull. That's probably what the footy wants to do. But with a Peon here, this shouldn't be doable. So the way this works, or is supposed to work, is the footy pulls out the creeps, and then another peasant runs towards the Merc Camp and goes for the Shadow Priest. But if a Peon's there, the Peon can steal the Shadow Priest. Peon's also very hurt, however.
He's gonna die. Farseer moving over.
And the AM is going to the Merc. And I guess he is going to get the Shadow Priest. That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
These few dispels against the Wolves, very helpful.
Okay, harass begins immediately. Trades right clicks. The 2 footman bouncers say, you leave my priest alone. Wakes up the Murlocs, hopes for some entangles.
Yeah, I think FoCuS made a bit of a mistake there. Like, just standing still with a Peon. If you walk around in circles, I think the footy shouldn't be able to kill you so quickly, and you can still threaten the Shadow Priest steal. But okay, now TH does have that Shadow Priest to rely on, but will certainly once again be taking much slower than the opponent. It's not quite a wall off, I think, so the AM could retreat back into the main. Militia? Wait a minute. Wait. He's still expanding?
No.
After what happened earlier?
And what happened to Infi on Northern Isles? Dude, his militia are getting crushed by the golem.
One peasant taken out. One footy really hurt. But he has some abolishes still, and that's level 2 for the AM.
Okay, decent damage. Another footman down. Decent damage on the Farseer, but this takes a long time. Shadow Priest under attack. Wolf is helping. Any last hits here? Nope, TH got it. 2.4. Shadow Priest falls.
That's a big deal. The Shadow Priest going down.
Oh, there's a block. There's a block with the militia. Oh, sidestep! 7 HP. FoCuS, you madman. He got that calculus ready.
He didn't even block him, though. He just attacked him. But the AM is coming, swinging around from the other side.
Oh, another sidestep. Boots. Is that enough time? Ah, must be.
Oh, nighttime. Oh, no! Oh, he sees him.
That's enough. That's not enough, is it? It's one more attack. 2 more attacks, maybe?
AM?
No way.
He must get him.
He must get him. Oh, okay, and he gets him.
He lets him die. Okay.
Gives almost level 3 to TH and so much more time. Shadowhunter second.
Alright, like he did against Infi. This would be great now for TH if he could creep the Merc camp. Right now. Does he have enough of an army to do that, though? I'm not so sure. The Shadow Mass Raiders is coming again, and I wonder what TH is going to do against that this time. Yeah, double bestiary. Watch Elemental Scouts this.
What does this say about the player TH that he goes for this now?
I guess he feels he made a mistake on Echo. Oh, the Hex prevents the experience from the creep. So it's not quite yet level 3 AM, but he's very close. Almost surrounding the peon, but a little slow on that, perhaps. The grunt, I mean.
Wow. Aggressive Shadowhunter mid-game. Has to deny a footman here.
It's not that much damage here.
Nah,
with only a handful of grunts.
Farseer's coming, though.
That level 3 is so close. Farseer's back.
FoCuS just doesn't allow this level 3. Really important play that buys him so much time.
A tower in front of the base? Huh. It's very, very easy to take out.
Again, realizing this grunts survive a long time against arcane towers.
Can he kill the wolves? Maybe with a peasant. That would be level 3. FoCuS on the AM, waiting for the ensnare to be ready. It's not quite ready yet.
I think he's not paying attention. Nope, denied the wolf. 2 grunts in the castle right now.
Here come the ensnares, over and over. More and more kills.
FoCuS is quite hurt on a lot.
Yeah. He has barely any recovery. 1 clarity and only 1 heal self.
Yeah. He got, like, I'm not too sure how much damage he did to that economy. It's not many corpses. Attacker started for TH, good deny. But still not level 3. How impressive to not give a single point of experience to TH.
Yeah. Going for the Expo already. That's not enough raiders to force the kill. He cancels the shop, that's nice. AM needs to make sure not to lose the TP too easily. Once you lose the TP, you can easily lose the hero.
Quite some footmen who are a decent solution against raiders, just damage-wise. Oh.
There we go. Onto the AM. Speed scroll. Hex. Does he have enough ensnares?
Needs to get in front. Wolf, raider, town portal gone. Wow, you knew this. And TH didn't see this coming. Or didn't respect it.
And he's trapped outside his main.
And the shop is on the other side. It's at the expo.
Has to go for tele staff, I guess. But he's so hurt. I think he could do it, though.
Raiders. Oh, they smell him.
I mean, he's committing hard for this AM kill, though. Maybe he can afford to lose him at this point. With how much time he's buying, maybe?
Tier 3.
Okay. Oh, dude, there's low HP grunts in the main. Not gonna go for it. Oh, Zeppelin! No way. Oh, the ensnare! The ensnare just barely doesn't reach. Are you kidding me?
Whoa, reveal.
Oh, wow, TH. I thought that AM was a goner for sure.
Iron balls. Okay, are these moments that a player needs to get confidence once again? Finally he could trick him. Finally he could dodge the attacks.
And now the MK. No, Blood Mage is coming again. Ah.
No clap.
Maybe the idea is when you're getting attacked at your base and he's trying to kill it with mass raiders, you banish them so they can't attack.
Yeah, it could be good. Lots of time for TH justifies the means. But there was nothing in, so. Good to take it away, though. It's a little bit of an X factor.
TH now pushing into the main.
Ooh, no reinforced defenses. FoCuS was greedy.
That should be one burrow going down for certain.
Well, it should be a Blood Mage going down for certain as well.
With Banish, you can delay this a lot, though.
Oh, he does. One burrow down. Can't repair. No chance to repair.
TH needs to be careful here not to TP too late against the Hex. This is the crucial thing.
There is Chain Lightning, but almost no surface on this Archmage. Was hiding between.
Elemental blocks the way for the rest of the Orc army to come in.
Exactly. Great plays. Cyclone on the Water Elemental, but that doesn't help anything. TP out. This is the TH we expect.
Yeah. Great play by TH. Holding on against this scary Mass Raider style. And suddenly he is rich. Lots of gold, even lots of lumber.
He got the Blood.
Tiny Great Hall.
Yeah, he got the Blood Mage in the end, so that progress is stopped. Tiny Great Hall for FoCuS, as you say. This is gonna be an insane late game, man. Tier 3 Orc. All of a sudden you seem to have solutions versus Breakers.
Resources are looking rough for FoCuS though, especially the lumber. He needs more lumber for more burrows, so he finally lifts the supply block. And also reinforced defenses is still far away. TH could go for another base dive with some mercs. But he's getting scouted by raiders. FoCuS splitting off his forces. Oh, but now Sorks come in. And that slow is gonna last a long time.
The hunters become the hunted.
Alright, speed scroll. Gets him out of there.
TH got a huge supply lead. FoCuS is low on lumber. Can't invest into army at all. Doesn't find the level 3s. This is by a landslide the best TH game so far in this series.
Alright, now he's going for the expansion. Forces the TP. And walks away? There's no way he can fight this, right?
No. He's waiting for the tier 3 upgrades to kick in. Oh, wait a minute. Is he just donating? What is he doing? He feels comfortable. He feels... I don't know what he feels, but he takes his fight.
Yeah, FoCuS will have to TP out of this sooner or later. Doesn't have a speed throw anymore.
Oh, Banish saves. Left, right, everywhere. One of the wind completely gone. No Banish anymore, but he sees it. That was too much. That was way too much. Okay. Finally, TH steps it up, shows his real potential. And we have another series here. 1-2.
Alright, so you can fast expand against FoCuS if you defend really well after. But boy, is it scary.
Yeah.
Playing that style, 1 or 2 misstep and everything dies and the game's right away over. But okay, we have a series here, ladies and gents. And now we go over to towards FoCuS's map choices. Amazonia and Northern Isles.
Okay.
AZ certainly would not be a fast expansion. Northern Isles could, though.
I feel like this was... Like, this lost a lot of momentum for FoCuS. He was just stopped. Not only did TH take a map, but he also took a map with the style that FoCuS seemed to be the strongest against. And it felt like he knows now what to do.
Yeah, I mean, did FoCuS make big mistakes in
Maybe-
that attack?
Like, this is how a successful burrow push looks, right? Like, you get stopped. Your opponent goes to 70, especially with this expansion. I think it's still a good move. FoCuS, maybe the mistake is to not go reinforced defense before going tier 3.
I mean, even without that burrow push, though, it was looking really rough for FoCuS. As TH was stable on 2 bases. He had a second hero. He was going to 70. Like, if you go this Raider style, you have to do big damage on the enemy side. Which really wasn't accomplished.
Yeah, I think this burrow push is still a good thing to do. Oh, okay. Oh, man. 1 or 2 more maps before we have our 4 semi-finalists. Tomorrow at 10, 4 matches again. 2 semi-finals, game for 3rd, grand final.
And then we crown a new world champion.
Yeah, that's confirmed. It's gonna be a new world champion. It's no title defense. Keeps that it stays that way. Only 1-0 and TH were able to do that. Back-to-back championships. It seems to be an impossible task these days. It's always someone else stepping it up.
Happy was close, but couldn't quite do it against the Lin, who was so insanely good. In winter, Lin through large portions of this tournament also looked good, but today had an off day, and you can't afford to have an off day, as Lalite showed, destroying him with a 3-0. We have here now our next map, Amazonia, FoCuS's choice. One of the smallest maps we have in the pool.
Okay.
A map that's very bad for fast expanding.
He has a 63% win rate on that map against humans. Oh, wait, no, 49%. That's definitely below average. But okay, his better maps are out already. Concealed was played, Echo was played. Terranos probably vetoed, right? So, okay. TH on AZ versus ORC, 67%, above average. So judging from the numbers, TH is favored. Can he close this out? Will the bottom part of the bracket be a full distance one? We see FoCuS for the Lao Pao Esports Club in South Korea, still with 2 match points in the upper right, and TH, the former Rogue Warrior, for China, and the humans in the bottom left.
Has he now found his form again? Is he now hitting his stride, TH? It seemed like map 3 was worlds away from map 1 and 2 to me. Like, he finally found his confidence again, and he told himself, okay, time to put the game face on and go Super Saiyan mode. That once again looked really good with that fast expansion strategy. Will have to be a different strategy this time. No way can you fast expand here. So it's going to be 1 base, centric, a little about early creeps. Oh, what?
Whoa! Okay, this is the hero that made him famous when he was playing for WNV back in the 2000s.
What?
There was this young Chinese kid styling with the Blood Mage and defeating the greatest. And now he brings him back. AZ Blood Mage first.
The only time I've ever seen this, which back then was from Chimiko, I thought it was a semi-troll strat. I saw him playing Blood Mage, Rifles, Pally. Is that what that is? But rifles are out of fashion. They've been nerfed a little bit.
Unplayable, if you quote some people even. Okay. Okay. Militia creep, fast level 2. Lightning shield here. FoCuS stays with the Farseer.
For the last hits would be tremendous to get. Hard to do though. And FoCuS does it well. TH. When is his Blood Mage gonna be scouted? What's FoCuS gonna do against it? It's taking a long time to creep this camp with Blood Mage.
Yeah, man, this Farseer, man, what happened there? The lightning shield really hurts him. That didn't go as planned. FoCuS, are you losing your nerves? Are you losing your cool?
Ah, the footman made sure of that. So it was down to TH's good play to make that hard. Banish, Siphon, Tech. Okay. That's cool, bro. But how are you gonna kill wolves?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I don't really know. Like a bit of right click, okay, but without the water element, it's really hard to creep as well.
It's banishing some of the wolves.
That's a lumber.
All right. So of course, on tier 2, when you play casters, they are of course a lot less effective without the brilliance order.
Yep.
So, do you play AM second? That's kind of weird. Blacksmith. Oh my god. It is Blood Mage Rifle Paladin. Chimiko showed us the way.
That's sick. Facing elimination in the biggest tournament of the year. And doing this. This is TH.
Pretty cool. But yeah, you don't have the additional damage of water elementals. You don't have them to tank the creeps either. So it's a lot harder to get the levels going. The rifles are gonna help out with that. And if this army gets to a decent size, this human army, like 60 supply, maybe 70, with good upgrades and levels, Blood Mage Pally is super strong.
Mm-hmm.
But getting there, that's the difficult part.
Yeah, that he feels so comfortable and so confident after just one map win is speaking volumes about him. TC again can be disabled. Siphon slow down with Banish. It is the Pally, you're right.
And he's going Bestiary. What's he gonna make from the Bestiary? If you ensnare something, it's gonna get banished.
Mm-hmm.
If you make Wyvern, there's rifles.
Mm-hmm.
Kodos, I guess, could be good. There's no Stormbolt to control the Kodos.
There's a lot of piercing damage against them though, and you can banish them, I guess?
If you banish a Kodo, can it still eat?
I don't think so.
Alright. Farseer has no mana anymore. Ooh, that first rifle is quite hurt.
So this is of course bringing FoCuS into uncharted territory, I want to say. Like, this is not too explored. FoCuS always like very stable. So if you throw him off with a cheese strat, this could actually work. So it's not the standard. I start to like this.
Oh, he's even playing aggressively. Region scroll running, Siphon also being used. And with the Pally now, suddenly you have quite a bit of sustain. Would love to see Militia here to secure these two camps. But TH is saving them. Has a lot of lumber. Blood Mage focused, but here comes the Banish, here comes the Holy. Look at that heal!
Yep, that's the upside. That's a ton of heal. You can just spam that. You will always have mana. For both, actually. But can you get out of surround stomps? Okay. Yeah, you can't out-disable. And you can't out-damage that heal, usually. Takes care of the Paladin now, but there's another Banish. And Siphon against the next stomp.
Priests also do bonus heal during Banish. And it seems like FoCuS isn't aware of what to do.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know either what the proper play against this is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to be what he's doing.
No, right? He's picking him apart.
It's still more supply, though, for FoCuS. Slightly. Level 3 Blood Mage is going to be a big power spike, though. One rifle was killed.
Yeah, but apart from that, not much, right? There's a footman, maybe? But except from levels, TH is not changing anything up, right? It's rifle casters, these heroes. Or is something coming up afterwards?
I think he's just gonna muscle up here his tier 2 army, creep up the map, and then maybe super late go into tier 3.
Yeah, but apart from that, this seems like this is what he has. For FoCuS, there's a lot to come, like Lightning Shield coming in, more mana on the Shaman, more purges. Raider ends, their focus fire is getting better.
Devotion Auras now is very nice. And he has the level 2 Siphon. And once you have like 6 rifles, you can even creep the red camps fairly well. And Siphon can be used against the creeps also. There's not too many mana creeps on this map though. It's actually very, very few. It's only the Renegades left now that I think about it. The thing about the Blood Mage with this build is level 4 does like nothing for you because Banish scales horribly. Could Flame Strike be an idea?
I don't know, it's kind of easy to counter against with Stomp and Ensnare.
Yeah.
But just to create space and make the Shaman move, maybe yeah. Maybe it's nice.
Vamp Aura for TH's army certainly doesn't do much.
Scroll the Beast at level 3 for FoCuS. If TH loses this, do you think they will blame him for using this strategy? Not playing straight up?
I think TH has enough of a god status, doesn't he? To get away with something like that.
I would assume so too.
Because
Double Lightning Shield. Ooh, that is great. What a move by FoCuS. Really well done. And he wants to stop production of the Rifleman. That's why he's going for the Blacksmith. My lord, he has to resummon, or did resummon the Wolves. Or did they expire? I'm not too sure. TC finds his way into the backline. That's a way to take out the damage. Going for the Blood Mage once again. But we saw this before. Banished Holy Light. Doesn't even use the Banish here.
Siphon coming in once again. TC gets out one more stomp, but the Farseer is dry. There's barely any slow though, so not too much of a trap. Kodo taken out. TC looking for the next stomp. Can't get it off because of the Siphon.
Wow.
Running away with the speed scroll, and he will be able to do that. No Stormbolt here to control him, but with Banish perhaps he could get a little bit more, even giving mana to the Sorceress, but Orc army is too fast. FoCuS gets away.
The start of the fight looked good, especially to the echo damage he did. But the longer the fight went, and of course it's due to the lack of mana on the Orc side, this looked very, very dominating by TH. Like the positioning, the position he forced the Orc to be in. Kodo Beast very far forward and immediately sniped by the rifles. And now tier 3. Things are looking good for TH.
Alright. He's not going into upkeep here to creep the rest of the map semi-easily, but going into tier 3. And now, very aggressive positioning, close to the enemy main. It's not that many rifles, it's only 5. The DPS isn't completely crazy. Alright, in we go. TC gets off One nice stomp. Oh, beautiful stomp.
He has double mana potion, by the way, and the Scroll of the Beast. Maybe that is something. The Blood Mage out of position. We see the Lightning Shield, and as you say, there's limited mana for Dispel. And oh my, that stomp. FoCuS maybe with the Hail Mary. That seems to be the play. AoE. There is still a heal scroll for TH, though.
Guiding back further. Kodo Beast could get off a Devour, and it does. Supply lead still for TH. Doesn't all seem to be in this fight, though. Next mana potion, next stomp. He gets off one, but only one. Heal scroll right there. Nice usage by TH. Everything for him kind of healthy again. And now the mana superiority heavily on the humans.
Yeah, how smart to take out the Shaman super early. So no more Lightning Shield, no more Purges to slow things down. The rifle control is great. They're always away from the TC, so the right clicks don't connect. Same for the Grunts, who are just kited away. They're slowed now. They can't move at all. And the rifles are always safe thanks to high armor and Banish. FoCuS loses every fight. This opening again was so good. He knows it. GG. Full distance once again.
Whew. All right. TH with the curveball, the surprise. Blood Mage Tally rifles.
Wow. Wow. And did you feel any confidence by FoCuS throughout the entire map?
No.
I didn't either.
He had no idea what to do against that.
Yeah.
Is what it looked like. That fight in the middle didn't work out at all. Didn't respect the strength of the Banished, Siphon, Holy Light, and the Militia. Maybe he should have just played more passively, crept up the map. He still had a TP if he really needed it. He could have also abused the economy more. He had the way faster army. FoCuS, not... He was really ready for the expansion. He was also ready for standard. But this strat he wasn't ready for.
And that was his map. So, I'm curious. Where do we go now?
Northern Isles is our last map.
Ooh. Is this once again going to be an expansion? Will FoCuS punish TH with this expansion like he did with Infi? Or will it be something completely different once again? To be honest, going into this grand final, into this quarterfinal, I thought it's going to be a super easy 3-0 for TH. I am so glad that FoCuS steps it up.
Yeah, me too. Looking quite good here. But is it now towards the end of the series where TH takes control? Starting off with a 2-0, then into a 2-2, and one deciding map. And now FoCuS has to be concerned for map 5 as well. TH has shown many different styles already. He needs to be ready against standard, against expansion, and maybe for some more craziness like the Blood Mage first. Okay. So he needs to have a solid game plan in mind for whatever could come.
Wong lets us know that there is once again a tiny little break to give the players some rest before the final map. Gives us some time to thank our supporters. Thank you, Backseat Counselor, for the 10-month resub. Haven't been watching Warcraft 3 lately, but happy to continue supporting you two. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Guanzan for the 13-month resub. What does the Back to Warcraft logo mean? Use your head, my friend. Kefka Time for the 12-month resub. Good luck, have fun. And a Foreth with a 10-month resub. Much love for you. Much love to you guys.
Thank you all very much for your generous support, guys. We appreciate it a lot.
I need a drink as well. I'll be right back.
Quick moment to refresh. Once again, we're gonna take a little step back, the players will, for just a few minutes to reset their minds, regather their energy for map 5. Everyone expected TH to win this. Some expected it to be very easy. FoCuS could still make the upset happen, but momentum now seems to be on the side of the human, the legend that is TH. Northern Isles, what are we gonna see? That fast expansion is a possibility, but always seems like a risk. It was Infi against Fly, right? Who played just a straight-up game into a late counter-expansion. Infi, I think, so far, has looked a little stronger in this tournament than TH has. TH, who is currently rank 3 in the world in the ELO. Infi on rank 7. The top 3, by the way, in this tournament are also the top 3 in the ELO. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Moon, Lawlight, and TH. It fits perfectly.
Well,
No, wait,
until...
I'm saying it wrong. I thought it was there. I got it mixed up with Infi, of course.
was about to say, like, until FoCuS interrupts it. Yeah, I think the Yule Cup got TH far in the ELO. Infi will gather a lot of points for sure. ELO ranking will be shaken up after this, that's for sure.
Yeah, Lin's probably gonna drop a little bit.
Moon
And
will...
Light and Moon rising more and more.
Yeah, he could break 2,600 or something. No matter how this next map is gonna end, he can be proud of himself.
Imagine if now, out of nowhere, he throws in a Fire Lord tower push.
It could be 2 Koreans, 2 Chinese. It could be Infi versus Korea. Undeads are already eliminated. Orcs could be eliminated here as well, and then it would be Night Elf Human, Night Elf Human.
The first time in 3 gold leagues that we don't have a Westerner in the top 4, by the way.
Oh yeah. Absolutely true.
Before it was Foggy and Happy, always making it.
But it
here-
was to be expected with these conditions. Having won in the quarterfinal was already an accomplishment. Foggy doing well. Okay.
Foggy will continue to practice hard, and I'm sure we're gonna see him back at the next Gold League, trying his very best.
Absolutely.
And hopefully then he doesn't meet Infi, because that normally seems to end in only one way.
Yeah, man. Maybe even offline again. We'll see. End of November, early December.
Hopefully.
We know that the next big tournament is the ESL Pro Tour and next summer. So, very, very quickly, early August. Warcraft competition continues, and they all prepared so well. They're all in tip-top shape. This is going to be incredible once again.
Yeah, seeing the Chinese and Koreans compete in the ESL tournaments, that hasn't happened in a long time. Now everyone will be joining there as well.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of Koreans in Anaheim, but that was limited. Okay. Chinese are back from the break. Players should be ready. Everything is set for the final map of the quarterfinals. One map to decide the final four.
Towards the beginning of the day, it felt like we're going to be racing. We were going to be racing through these best of fives, but then finally it got more interesting in the second half. Moon being brought to the edge, and now TH and FoCuS.
That's it. That's it right here. Lawley and Infi. 3-0ing Lin, 3-0ing Foggy. Moon sweating, but not breaking. So will the next favorites make it into the top 4 as well? Will we have a human Night Elf semi-final? Or will FoCuS surprise the world?
For FoCuS, this will be quite the surprise. Something perhaps not even he did expect. Well, he's looking good. Looking in good shape against the strategies he's familiar with and the ones he's expecting. Is that gonna tell TH to go completely crazy now? Throw FoCuS off once again. It worked so well on AZ.
And Northern Isles so far look good for him as well. But TH, only one loss against ORC this year. Once again, the best of one versus Lin in the WGTL. If FoCuS wins, we get a rematch of the DreamHack Anaheim Grand Final, where it was pretty one-sided. TH versus FoCuS. The decision, ladies and gentlemen, on the second last day of WGL Summer. FoCuS closing his eyes a little. Focusing once again, no pun intended. TH, like, meditation doesn't seem to be his. We see this from Moon, from FoCuS a little, from Foggy, obviously.
Yeah, I thought this earlier already. He seemed a little bit jittery.
Yeah.
Moving quite hectically. But apparently it worked out well for him before. Perhaps just feeling the energy for map 5.
Okay, here we go. It's all down to this. The opponent of Moon will be determined on Northern Isles. In the bottom left, in the red, for China and the Alliance, it's TH. And his opponent for the LP Club, for Korea and the Horde, it's FoCuS.
Mostly here, FoCuS has been skipping the barracks, has been teching very fast with the Farseer. But when you do that, you open yourself up to the opponent expanding. If you have a grunt out early along with the Farseer, it's much harder for the human to pull off this expansion. And we see it again, by the way. Skipped barracks. Observer is pointing it out very well and very actively. AM first versus must be a Farseer. Yeah.
FoCuS not changing this up too much. One Dark Ranger play, a little bit of Shadowhunter, but that's about it. First hero stays the same. Not the big surprise. Like TH with the Blood Mage. Where does it lead us? How do you like this Arcane Tower?
Position is okay. But the timing is interesting. It's very early.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Normally when you creep the green camp, you don't really need Arcane early. Upgrading it also.
Okay. Afraid of the wolves.
Footy's gonna scout the main again. Is that gonna trigger the fast expo once more?
It's gonna see it soon. Barracks coming. Okay. Wow. Instantly.
Oh. And that... There's no way you expect this creep, right? Normally it's either the green, the claws camp first, or the Tuskars. But here's the instant creeping of the natural.
Yeah, FoCuS not even splitting a wolf off.
Yeah. And now the Arcane makes a lot of sense. It's gonna protect him in the main. Lumber must be... Lumber is super low on TH, though.
Arcane Tower finishes. Needs to produce more peasants. Arcane is in range. Focusing on the Farseer to prevent new summoning of wolves. Talisman of Evasion, not the item he was hoping for. So, peasants are moving back.
Yeah. Doesn't have the lumber at all to make this expo yet. Is he still gonna make it just a little later? Or is he gonna tech now?
Full out confusion, huh? Show FoCuS something that he hasn't seen before.
Oh, last hit! Not quite. Ooh, that was close though.
Really close. Militia again. That's more lumber.
Yeah. Gonna expand now. 4 farms, expo, he walls off the main.
Wow, this tech again is gonna be amazingly late. 6 minutes, 6:50? 6:30?
And now TH has the difficult task of keeping his expansion safe as much as he can, especially the peasants here, while constructing. And realizing where FoCuS is with his army. And ideally also he would like to get level 3. But all that, accomplishing all that at the same time, very hard. Oh, he's not power building right now.
Panda!
Oh, TH, you're not power building. Now he is. The lumber was missing for a little bit.
Oh boy. Okay. Let it burn, ladies and gentlemen. The Panda and Brewmaster is in. How much damage can he do? First one was good. No arcane here, of course. And the peasant slaughter begins.
Beastery is also coming out. The next breath is gonna hurt.
These tier 2 hero pushes. The Panda is surrounded though.
The crates! The crates are blocking him! The Water Elemental also.
He kills all the peasants.
Oh my god.
Can he fight out? No way he can't fight out. That's another footman down.
Oh, the Grunt is also blocked.
Ooh.
Oh, double surround.
Okay, that's level 3.
Arseer hurt. AM 3 with that. Okay,
but
okay.
Hero only level 1. Expo not finished. No tech.
And a lot of raiders coming.
Yeah, and that was so wonderfully played against Infi. The pendulum attacks. First to the Expo. Backing off a little. Go back to the main. Keep the human busy. Force him into town portals. Let him drain his gold. This is not looking good. This is the confidence back in FoCuS. This is ground he knows. But TH made the best out of this situation, I feel.
I think he needs a shop here. Yeah, he needs so many things.
Yeah.
He needs more peasants, more towers. He needs more footies. He needs a tech at some point.
At some point, that's good, man.
Oh, guard tower coming already. That's very fast. Doesn't want to be annoyed by this grunt harassing him.
Lots of towers. TH turning into Infi. Okay. Can he save him to tier 2, TH? Interestingly, he goes for Panda and not for Dark Ranger again or for Naga again. Very good against buildings, of course.
AM once again staying far away. Doesn't want to get ensnared over and over. Since there's no hex here, it's a little less dangerous, but there is still a danger. First, guard tower up. That helps a lot. Second one finishing now.
And it's not like we're rising up in levels super quickly for FoCuS. Expo is up, and Expo is kind of protected. There's, of course, a lot of surface for these raiders. Like, 7/8 of this town hall is accessible. Raider Summer shouldn't fall. Heal self-applied. Nicely done.
Wave after wave of footies coming in, trying to hold on, trying to defend.
Level 2.
Lots going down.
Okay,
But they bought the time for 3 towers.
Chain Lightning Drunken Brawler. But yeah, FoCuS needs to recover a bit. Tech is started. 7:30.
And these raiders are still dangerous. Nice positioning with the AM. Impossible to reach, basically.
Yeah, I could cancel a little bit here. Not much mana, really.
Oh, there's no towers in the main, though. Only a single arcane.
Okay, attacks the shop. Panda has mana to work with. 2 breaths. And that's the shop gone.
Militia come out. Trying to force back these raiders. But they're mostly quite healthy.
I feel like FoCuS is winning every single engagement so far. Not crucial damage. But he's just... Huh?
He lets the AM go. Couldn't he have forced a TP there?
Was 2 water elementals up. Quite some footmen. Good, decent position. I think it's the right call. He must be playing with backpack again, right? Tier 3 very early.
Alright. Blacksmith for TH. Shop at the Expo. Still has the TP available. It's not that many kills for FoCuS yet.
No. I was about to say, like, this... He wins every engagement, but he's not doing crucial damage at all. Okay, the backpack play again. With the heal stuff. This, of course, really expensive to go for items constantly. More raiders. Very one-dimensional army as well.
Yeah, once his TH is on tier 2 with a second hero and moving towards a sturdy army, these raiders will be doing not much anymore. So it's important for FoCuS to still get value out of them normally. This he was able to do so well against Infi.
Yeah, I would
now
think you could attack the racks, the altar. Especially with pillage, like every attack is a little bit of gold.
Little footy run by squad again. Going for the burrows once more. Do we have reinforced this time?
We don't even have a war mill. And the panda is creeping. Farsia is aware that something could be happening. He's in the base. Oh, this is scary.
That's a lot of footies.
Yep. He needs a quicker repair. Way quicker repair than last time. He had a one of the wind on LR. Oh, that's not the case.
Only 2 peons repairing.
Yep.
The rest can't reach. That is never enough. And
he's down to 40 now. That's bad. Raiders coming in.
He's sacrificing all the footies.
Yes,
AM
of course.
has left a long time ago. That's gonna be a lot of experience for FoCuS right here.
Especially for the panda. He got level 2. Didn't really reach with the breath. But how many burrows can he kill?
Oh, so close.
Doesn't work. Level 3 for the Farsi as well. Wants to get the human out. Is it worth it sacrificing all the footmen to this?
That's so much experience.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's also a lot of mana, obviously. But how do you creep with your Mountain King now?
Shouldn't he have just TP'd out there?
I would think so. It's... FoCuS has to rebuild 2 to 3 burrows. TH's gonna catch up. Maybe he's even jumping to 70. Maybe there was the necessary time for this big caster army. I don't want to judge him too much. This, on paper, looks like a big donation to FoCuS. But maybe there's a reason. I don't know.
MK beginning to creep very slowly. Found some nice tank items. But the raiders are back at it. And yeah, you definitely have to TP out against this.
Alright, we do have Stormbolt. Let's see if TH can catch a kill somewhere. Yeah, TP out. Breath of Fire. 1 Sork falls. Chain Lightning. Good last hits by FoCuS.
All right. And again, TH getting pressured, feeling a little afraid. Now moving out without a TP, extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, and the sentries. The sentries for FoCuS, so valuable now.
Yeah. In front of the base. Not sure where the second one is, at the Tuska?
I'm not certain. But the Wolf Scout over there. Attack towards the expansion. FoCuS realizes there's no TP on the opponent's side.
Wow, takes out a production building with ease.
Does have pillage as well, so he's getting bonus gold here.
That's big. Like, taking those production out. When TH really wants to go to 70 and, like, high supply, this delays everything. And FoCuS getting ready. Tier 3, Walkers, the spell. Would love to see an Orb of Lightning. Oh, Gyro. Was a good scout for a bit.
TH has decent resources here, though.
Yeah.
Also, importantly, doesn't have too little lumber. So he can make more production buildings if he needs. He can go tier 3 if he wants.
Double level up, 4-2. So TH has to decide, clap or not. Should be. Oh, illusion, lots of attention for this. TH repositions. So far looks like he only wants to creep. But this is all a lot of time for FoCuS to let his tier 3 pay off.
He's not solo creeping the MK here, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Could easily get to 3.
Level 4 is important if you play mass casts, of course.
Yeah, but now he is level 3. Level 4, I mean. Did get level 3 here on the MK. Good inventory on him. An attack towards the main. FoCuS trying to trigger a TP.
Yeah, and then run away. Gets a breaker for free, that's nice. TH can't really attack. FoCuS playing the smart. Double heal scroll for him. Ruined braces against the Stormbolt, also nice. All he loses is... Oh, needs a dispel. Wait, taking the fight? Oh, okay. Clap, Breath of Fire, huge AoE, and now TP's out. Again, decent damage done. Loses a Raider. Level 4 won't do much for FoCuS. I feel like his army is not getting much better in the next 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, this tier 3 has been good for the Tiny Great Hall, but where's the army improvement? Is there a good third hero you can add? TC under leveled is never really that amazing.
No.
Shadow Hunter with heal wave, meh.
I don't think so. I think you want high levels here. Alchemist could always be something decent, but with Breakers also questionable. I think he's stuck with that with these two heroes now.
Yeah. And playing Panda late game against Breakers isn't really cool.
No.
When you play TC, Breakers are still magic immune, but you have the aura, which is really good, and you always have a dangerous threat for hero kill.
Well, Remo, you got critical strike and evasion. Please respect Drunken Brawler.
Oh yeah, looking for those big crits. 90 damage.
Works against buildings though. Ooh. Well, it's TH pushing, and look at this Congo line across the entire...
Oh my god.
How many peasants is that? At 15?
He's bringing the boys.
He's
back. Very aggressively.
Oh my, does he want to fight? Heal ward in the back, clap, disenchant, and snares, AoE everywhere. The militia is with him. The entire militia is with him. Walker far forward, easy to attack this one. But man, the ward now taken over and destroyed by FoCuS, but that was running for a long time.
Stole the heal ward there, got a bit of extra healing from that. That was pretty cool. MK with more and more claps, almost level 4. Can he get another kill? Then he would reach that level up with the clap. He does. The next one takes out a Raider. And suddenly TH up at 75 supply.
And a thousand gold. 1,000 gold.
He lost like nothing.
Yeah. Full inventory as well. Has 2 towers. Expands in the bottom right. That might have been it. That might have been the fight for the semi-final for TH. Hero levels don't scale too well. Late game army seems super strong for TH.
And now another big item, hoping for an aura here.
What can
Could
FoCuS
even go
do?
tier 3 with this expansion. Cloak of Flames, hell yeah.
On the Mountain King suite.
一位玩家的部队正
Heal scrolls again.
一座基地正遭到围攻。
Invo potion, mana potion. No level 5 anywhere. Oh, the army is so slow without a TC. Stealing the wards, man. So smart. It took FoCuS so long to realize this.
TH is back at home. He lost the Blacksmith, but he can afford to lose that one. High upkeep now for TH.
Wow. What a mental harass. Kill the peon, actually. FoCuS is slipping. Everything is hurt here as well. TH sends the summon so they can't be dispelled and still do damage. Oh, big clap for the Mountain King. It's hero FoCuS time.
Going for the AM, he's ensnared. But there's no stomp to control him. This is so much less scary without a TC. You can always TP out at the very last second. Trying to save him with Invis. That gets dispelled. But where's the damage? FoCuS doesn't have any real damage.
Especially not against the Breakers. They stand so tall. Him qualifying for the final 8 was already a surprise. His performance dragging TH into map 5 is also a big positive surprise. But if you lead 2-0, this feels really bad.
3 mining bases for TH. However, it's not going to be too much longer, like 3 minutes or so, and then the first 2 gold mines run dry for TH. But that's still quite a while.
Yeah, we will probably end up on one base, and TH is paying a lot of taxes here. 3 bases, high upkeep. FoCuS has a better economy at the moment.
But TH still with a stronger army. Bigger army. Super big army.
You see more Invis cast on the Mountain King. No Tauren at all. Oh, TH. He's really abusing the fact that this army of FoCuS is so slow without aura. And here we engage again. 1 heal scroll. He needs it against the MK and the mortar teams. Breath of Fire was okay, but now he faces all the breakers and his mana is getting burned. Takes out the mortars now with the ensnares, but all the raiders are already hurt and he needs the heal scroll soon. Panda in trouble. Invo potion and heal potion. Nice Breath of Fire to the casters though. TH backed against this Murloc spot here. Kodos are coming in. Will the raiders fall first or can he do tons and tons of damage?
Cloak of Flame, so much damage over time, even if there's no clap available anymore. MK 1 or 2 more kills, he gets the level up. TH still with a massive 76 supply. That's level 5. Farsi in trouble, he's falling, and that's it, GG. TH fights his way back with the reverse sweep to make it to the semifinals.
What a testament of strength to his mentality. Not crumbling under the pressure of 3 match points against him. The start was rough. But once he figured FoCuS out, that was his series to take. And he did. Wow, what a dream semi-final. 2 Koreans, 2 Chinese, 2 Night Elves, 2 humans. It's Lawliot versus Infi and Moon versus TH.
That's gonna be amazing matches tomorrow. 2 semifinals, the 3rd place decider, and the grand final towards the end. Which one of these 4 will we crown as our new world champion? It was Happy 2 seasons ago, Lin last time, and this time it's gonna be a human, or a Night Elf.
Lawliot punching for his first gold title. Moon and Infi could win their 2nd gold titles, and TH, the first player ever to win 3 titles. The underdogs were eliminated today, and the world champion as well. Lin defeated by Lawliot. 3-0 in... Yeah, he wasn't playing good at all. Big mistakes made by Lin. His World Championship title is gone. He can't dominate all the tournaments. He won WGL, WGTL, and next. Not this one, though. Lawliot. Closer than ever to his first title.
All of these players, more than $4,000 guaranteed already. First place, more than $35,000. Really big prize purse here to be grabbed up.
It is very top heavy, $35,000 for the winner. Oh, damn. This was like the way this day started and the way this ended. 2 worlds of Warcraft, and I think these final 4, they are the strongest players. There was no injustice with items or crazy big mistake that threw a series. These 4 are the best players we have, and now we hear from one of them from TH.
又打成了这个3-2的比分。那这一次的话是让2追3的 TH000 最终在决胜局没有掉链子拿下了比赛啊，可以说是一场惊心动魄的这个反超的胜利。接下来我们就连线一下 TH000 蛋总。
弟子好。
嗨，蛋总你好。
哎，
恭喜恭喜，不容易啊！这个最后翻盘成功了。这个我们凭良心说啊，在0-2之后，内心情绪有没有点小波动？有没有想过今天晚上可能要GG思密达？
有啊，就0-2输了之后，就觉得自己还是很有可能会输的。就我今天感觉自己有点累，就白天的时候练习的时候就觉得，然后刚刚看完第3场比赛的时候就觉得很累，然后打的时候前2盘输了，我都有点慌。
那0-2之后，其实第3局是最关键的啊，因为一鼓作气再而衰，当时 FoCuS 气势最强，但是在 LI 这张地图上，前期你是杀了对方的先知一次，然后2矿也做起来了，对方虽然还是用了这个他的前面惯用的招数狼骑围杀，但是你也靠费挺逃了。这场比赛你感觉是怎么赢的？因为对方的其实打法跟之前有点像。
他这一招其实是一个复古流，在 1.21 还有 1.28 的时候，其实打过很多场。第一场其实我是因为我那一波不该练鱼猿的，我那波练鱼猿导致我没办法说严阵以待防守，就打这一套打法，打兽族的这套打法，人族其实就是注意好防守主矿和分矿，然后保命不要死。就在我 LR 还有最后一盘 NI 的时候，我的大法师就很注意，就是大法师基本都不点人了，就光招水人就行。就这一招是要全力防守主分矿，然后不能说你太拼了，就你不能上头。如果跟别人打了，你就被强杀。
好的。那么在第4局啊，就是亚马逊这张地图上，是你唯一一局没有用大法师，你当时用了血法首发，然后加2发帕拉丁。这个打法的话，就感觉好像前期练级召唤物会少一些。那它强在什么地方？因为我看 FoCuS 好像对你这一套应对的不是太好。
这一招的打法，它的强的地方就是操作性很强，然后续航能力很强。就兽族跟人族只能打1分钟的爆发，如果时间长了的话，就会被血法跟圣骑这2个永动机给耗死。就这一招会有很强的操作性，然后我练习的时候主要也是在某些地图上打的不是很顺，就特意准备了一些比较不常规的开局的，就 NICH 和一个 AC 上。
好的，那明天就是最后一个比赛日了，先是2场这个半决赛啊，然后比较巧的是。2位韩国的暗夜精灵选手在上下半区各自对阵2位来自中国的人族选手，然后你这个下半区是打的月魔，能给我们稍微的预测一下你明天的这个比赛，或者说你预测一下你的好朋友英菲明天在上半区会是怎么样？
我觉得英菲能够3-2赢比赛，然后我的话高概率是1-3输。我们这一次还是很有夺冠的下。
看来在对莫文这个选手的认知上，所有人的口径都是一致的。好的，那认真说，希望3蛋今天就是疲劳的状态能够赶紧驱除一下，现在时间也不算很晚，好好休息，然后明天争取打出自己的最好的状态。谢谢。 好
All right,
那至此的话今天的
so once again, thanks to the translation by Vengolia and Aragon Wong, we got the answers here. First question, how did you feel after the 0-2? Did you feel stressed? He says, yes, of course. I thought I would lose. I feel tired today. It's the playoff stage. I'm really worn out. Question number 2. After the 0-2, the most important game is the third, of course. In the early game, you killed the Farseer and your Archmage escaped. How did you win that game? The strategy was always played in the past. It's kind of what we did. I think I shouldn't creep the Murloc, but the main point was keep the Archmage safe, like I did on Last Refuge and Northern Isles. Play it safe, because he lost his Archmage on the first 2 maps that FoCuS took. On the 4th map, there was the only map that you didn't use the Archmage. We know that's the lack of summons, but what's the strength of that Blood Mage strat? Answers? Human has great potential in micro, and I can fight for a long time. I prepared some special strategies like this. So last question, I think. Tomorrow's the last day. Both games are Night Elf versus Human. You're up against Moon. How do you feel? Do you have some predictions? He says he thinks that Infi is going to 3-2 Law Lion, and he will defeat Moon 3-1. But he thinks that Moon wins the tournament? Maybe that's a little mistake here. Okay, that he thinks that Moon wins 3-1 and Moon wins the entire tournament. Otherwise, it's a little weird. Everyone is praising Moon. Hopefully you recover from being so tired. Thank you, and see you tomorrow. All right, that's it. Wong confirms it. He thinks he's going to lose tomorrow. We will go through all the games with our 2 experts, Neutron and Kevin Schwem, in the post-show. Remo, how will you prepare for tomorrow's matches?
Get some good dinner, take a nice rest, and get ready for some Human versus Night Elf.
Oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. here on Back to Warcraft. Law Lion, Infi, Moon versus TH. History in the making. We go into a little 10-minute break to set up for the post-show, and then we're back with Neutron and the legendary Kevin Schwem. See you in a bit.